Mike Vick back with us. Mike, what has to happen for the Bucs to pull off this upset?
I think the Bucs got to come in with a hard-nosed mindset of we're going to go back to old-school football. We're going to line it up. We're going to try to run it at them. We're going to use Leonard Fournette. We're going to use Ronald Jones. We're going to get back to an old format that works over and over again in the National Football League, and that's run the football, take some pressure off Tom Brady. When you look at the game last week versus the Rams, I think the biggest thing that I took away from that was the Rams was able to run and play action football, and it made it easy for Goff to get the ball off. And, you know, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was just dropping back, you know, trying to sit Tom in the pocket and not doing anything extraordinary outside of, you know, what needed to be done as far as, you know, the offensive, you know, look. And, you know, they got away from their game plan, I think. You know, trying to distribute the ball to everybody. You got so many weapons. I think that's, you know, taking a toll on Tom. They got to be good in the run game, and they got to be better on third down. You know, stay on the field, keep Patrick Mahomes off the field. I think that's the best chance. If we're going to talk about them on Monday winning this football game, is because they were better on third down and they ran the football effectively, and the offense just flowed smoothly.
Be careful, though, Vic. Don't say that too much, because Nick Wright, he's going to think that, you know, you're saying that Tom Brady's cooked. He's going to think that you're saying, well, are you taking a shot at Tom Brady? No. Like, look, great players always evolve. You think about it in basketball terms. Michael Jordan evolved. He was a guy that could get to the basket anytime he wanted. And then what ended up happening? What was the maturation of Michael Jordan? He developed a fadeaway shot. He started shooting the ball better. And what happened? He won more championships. So be careful talking about running the ball when you have Tom Brady at your quarterback. I 100% agree with you, Mike. I think they need to run the ball. You can't run it 18 times a game against the Rams. You got to run it 25, 30 times a game against the Rams and everybody else. Take pressure off of your 43-year-old quarterback. This 43-year-old quarterback, he's been aging for forever. We're all aging. But when you're 36, 37, they're saying, oh, you're done. Well, what happened at that age? He just continued to win more Super Bowls. So run the ball, counter with play action, use Antonio Brown inside, and work the passing game inside out. That's what Tom Brady does well, Nick.
Yeah, so you bring up a very interesting Michael Jordan point, so I will meet you on those grounds. You're right. Michael Jordan's game did evolve, and he beat you in different ways. Instead of beating you above the rim, he beat you from the perimeter. What didn't happen was Phil Jackson said, guys, we're taking 7 shots away from Mike and giving them to Ron Harper. And y'all are sitting here saying, let's take 7 to 10 passes away from Tom and make them handoffs for Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones. I'm not saying it, by the way. What's happening right now, for the record, if we're going to be totally honest here, is Michael Vick, who adores Tom Brady, Brandon Marshall, who adores Tom Brady, are both saying the key to Tom Brady's team winning, pick up the jersey, thank you, the key to Tom Brady's team winning is less involvement of Tom Brady. And that is becoming, Nick is hating on him. Nick ain't said nothing about him. Nick is listening to the football experts.
Nick, that's not what we're saying. You're just flipping it. We're not saying that. You're just what we're saying is he won 2 to 3 Super Bowls dinking and dunking. So why are we getting away from that?
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So if this is like a Benjamin Button situation where he's like reverse aging all the way back to 23-year-old Tom Brady when he was a game manager, that's fine too. Because I'm fair. We can talk about him in those terms as well. Unfortunately for the Bucs, while they have a good defense, I don't know if Ty Law, Lawyer Malloy, and Richard Seymour are walking through those doors. But who knows? Teddy Bruschi is still on television. If Vrabel's coaching another team, it's going to be hard to get him lined up. But maybe they can make it happen.
Defense, Nick.
They
have
got
a good defense. They're number 2 front.
No problem. Right. I would lean on that. I agree with that because they're going to need to. Here's the problem, though, Wilds, I would argue, is that the Bucs offensive line, let's assume Marpet is back. I think he will be. They have to neutralize Chris Jones and Frank Clark because the Chiefs are going to score 28 points. Start the game with that assumption. You're not holding the Chiefs in the teens. One team ever has held Patrick Mahomes under 23 points. One team. They're the #1 scoring offense in the league. They have the second fewest turnovers in the league. The offense is going to click. So to holding them to 28 is a good job. It's a half touchdown beneath their season average. So can the Bucs offense, without winning the turnover battle, because the Chiefs don't typically turn the ball over, they have 7 on the year.
That's true.
Can they manufacture 31 points? I don't think they can, so I think the Chiefs win the game. In order for them to win, I do think they're going to have to score in the 30s, and I don't think they can do it, Wilds.
Okay, I'm going to throw some Brady stats up here that I think will help Brandon and Mike's Brady love, who somehow, even though I grew up as a Patriots fan, I'm the third person on the panel that loves Brady. In the Brady race, I get the bronze medal. So look, Tom Brady posted an Instagram yesterday on Thanksgiving looking like an Adonis, looking good. And I know you're looking at him like, my goodness.
He said it.
Like, this guy can still get it done. He looks young as ever. Why don't we throw the deep ball? Because here's the thing. In his best offensive year, he never threw the ball that much. And of course he was more successful, 10 touchdowns to 2 turnovers or 2 interceptions. But look at the amount of attempts. 60 attempts versus 39. And I know we're in a different era and you throw the ball more, but this was a historic season for Tom Brady where he's throwing the ball from Foxborough to Providence every day. So Bruce Arians, just run it like one of the most prolific offenses of all time. You're overdoing it. You're overdoing it. Just bring it down. It doesn't have to be that dink and dunk. Just take it down a notch. Just take it down a notch. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I love it. Wow, this is awesome. Thank you for showing Nick this. You weren't showing us this. Show Nick this. This is why he's the GOAT. He dinked and dunked his way to be the GOAT.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.